listening to Wrestling Headline News. News from WWE, TNA, MMA, UFC, and many more. Exclusively by your host, Bad Guy Brandon.
Thank you. Oh man, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WWE TNA Series Survive or Thrive Wrestling Headline News. Now, today we got a lot of things to talk about, especially the recap of Dan Bryan and his interview and why he's unable to return his WrestleMania 31 status and more. Okay, and also we got why John Cena missed Raw, and also we got latest discussions over on the fan board, the remakes of Classic Angles, who will be the next, and WrestleMania 31, Brock versus Reigns or Cena. I still don't understand why they won't put Brock versus Randy Orton, but that's just my personal opinion. And you're going to hear more about that when we get to that. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, first we're going to start off with the injured WWE star Dan Bryan, who appeared via phone call on Sports Illustrated earlier today. Bryan spoke on a number of topics, including his recent appearance at San Francisco Giants World Series parade and how it felt to have 14,000 fans all around him during the yes chant. Bryan described the feeling as surreal, and the show hosts noted the new Sports Illustrated cover will feature the Giants celebrating their big win with the headline reading, "Yes, yes, yes." The host also noted the cover will be shown on Raw tonight. Well, Monday. With regards to his in-ring status, Dan Bryan says he's unable to return to the ring because he has not regained full strength in his right hand. Are you serious? And it can be dangerous to both him and his opponents if he returns soon. Bryan said he's not in any pain, but doctors are having trouble figuring out how to get his strength back. Bryan was asked about WrestleMania 31, and he said he will be heartbroken if he can't compete. Bryan added they are hoping he will be ready for the big pay-per-view, but he will be disappointed if he's not able to perform. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Dan Bryan may not be at WrestleMania this year. But, I find it kind of crazy. I find it kind of ironic. But I think that he deserves to be at WrestleMania 31. The question is, if he does return at WrestleMania 31, who is he going to fight? Who is it going to be? That's the big question. Because we all know that everybody is mostly booked except for Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins seem to be going back and forth lately. The last time I was on Spreaker, I said I would never watch WWE again. I didn't have time for it. But, just like Bret Hart returned, I got to make my return too. So I just happened to sit down one night. I turned it on, and I was watching it. And Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. It was a good show. It was a good opening. I never seen the matches. I just seen the because every time the matches come on, I had to go do something. But here's the thing. I will be doing my Spreaker show weekly on Saturdays in the afternoon or in morning time, 9 a.m. or 4 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Central Eastern. But yeah, I'm back, and it's good to be back. It's very good to be back. I'm sure y'all heard the new intro. But back to this. Why John Cena missed Raw. So everybody was asking this question, I'm sure. You know, there's a lot of Cena fans still. C Nation is still alive, folks. When the last time I was on Spreaker, the Nexus had Cena. That's the last time. Yeah. But yeah. John Cena was in Los Angeles on Monday, presumably for something film related. Cena has a role in the Tina Fey film, The Nest, which is still filming. So it may have been he was called to set for something. He flew privately from New York City Monday a.m. and returned for last night's SmackDown taping in Albany, New York, to join the roster for the trip to London for the kickoff the European tour. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen, I don't know if they saying that he was on Friday Night SmackDown. To be honest, I didn't watch my Friday Night SmackDown. I don't watch Friday Night SmackDown. But, ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, even though the headline reads that it's WWE TNA series, we also got a little bit of, my favorite kind of wrestling, Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is returning live on pay-per-view. Final Battle 14, Sunday, December 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is good. This is crazy. And the big crazy thing about it is in New York, people. It's in New York City. It's live. New York. Okay? Ring of Honor Final Battle is the biggest night of the year. The biggest rivalries and the best professional wrestling on the planet come to head on December 7th in New York City this year. We are debuting at Terminal 5, and this event will sell out. If you want to be there live, you need to get your tickets today by clicking right there in the description. It's going to be the first headline right there in the description. And just announced, Final Battle 2014 will be broadcast live on pay-per-view. It will be available on all major cable and satellite providers. For a list of all pay-per-view providers for the Final Battle on December 7th, it will be, again, in the description box. We also have the first list of Ring of Honor stars signed to appear at Final Battle. As always, keep checking ROHWrestling.com for more updates and match announcements. Here are the superstars assigned to appear. ROH World Champion Jay Briscoe, ROH World TV Champion Jay Lethal with Truth Martini, ROH World Tag Team Champion Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, The Addiction, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. Oh, ain't they from TNA? The Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, Roderick Strong, ACH, Cedric Alexander, Mark Briscoe, BJ Whitmer, Jimmy Jacobs, Adam Page, Hanson, plus more. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you just go ahead, order it live on pay-per-view December 7th, because I'm sure you don't want to miss it. ROH is the best wrestling out there, and in my opinion, it is better than Raw, and it is better than SmackDown, and again, in my opinion, it is way better than TNA. I am not a mark. I am honest. That is just my opinion. Okay. So, we also got a lot of big news. I mean, always coming live December 7th in New York City. New York City, live on HD. I mean, Final Battle 14. It's going to be big. Of course, they said it's going to be sold out because it is going to be sold out. It's a big pay-per-view. It is a big pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the WrestleMania of Ring of Honor. I think that is I forgot. But I do know this. Y'all gotta remember that I wasn't watching wrestling for like almost 2 years now. Okay. I mean, I'll tune in and out, but that's just how it is. Today, Wednesday, November 5th, 2014. Okay, so let's get on to the TNA news. I mean, I may not like them that much, but hey, I'm still a fan of wrestling, all wrestling, including TNA. I'm not that big on them. I remember me, basically talking trash about them, how they used to steal their storylines and superstars. I was basically a mark back then. I believed in kayfabe. Kayfabe is still alive, folks. But that's over with. I put all that behind me. I said beside. Shit, it's still right there though. But yeah. So TNA news and notes. For all those of you in Australia, Impact Wrestling is moving to Fridays on Main Event. Former TNA personality Goldilocks will appear on TLC's Extreme Cheapstakes tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And in the description below, it will be Onward Spud Wednesday. You can go and check that out. It's a 5-minute video. To be exact, it's a 4-minute and 19 video, and you can go check that out with Spud, Rockstar Spud, who also used to be my favorite wrestler in the Indie promotion. I seen a bunch of stuff he could do, and at one time I thought he could face Shawn Michaels. Can you believe that? I actually thought he could face Shawn Michaels at one time. Because they basically they good technical wrestlers. They good at what they do. Really good at what they do. You can't doubt them on what they can do. I mean, it's really good. So I'm not saying that Rockstar Spud belongs up there at the top, but in my opinion, he does. I think it'd be a good match between Shawn Michaels and Rockstar Spud. Just a regular. It could be off air. Dark match. Just a little match, not a full rivalry and everything. But I guess that nowadays you can count anything as a rivalry. Just gotta have a good storyline for it. Yeah. And shout out to WWE OTE, who retired recently from YouTube and doing his shows. It was a great year for them. I have to admit, it was awesome on what they did. Awesome. Everything they show was awesome. You can still check out their videos. They haven't deleted not one video. And you can check it out on YouTube. YouTube/WWESVR OTE. So, yeah, that's how long they've been doing it, since the SVR days. 2011. So, and it's a great show. Triple H, Drew McIntyre, that rivalry is awesome. John Cena and Cesaro, that rivalry was awesome. Then the final rivalry that happened was Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, Kane. That storyline was just awesome. The whole thing was just incredible. If you never seen wrestling like that, and it's exactly the headline reads, that these are the shows you wish was on Monday nights. And it is true. Monday Night Octane, it was the bomb. It was the best. As you can hear, I'm getting text messages, and we can't have that up here in the studio. What? Okay, I'm sorry, folks. Sorry. That was my girlfriend. It was an emergency. She wanted to ask me a question, and it wasn't even that big of a question. So, let's see. TNA Knockouts Knockdown pay-per-view debuting this week in complete details, ladies and gentlemen. All that when we come back live